welcome to Phuket News TV. I'm here with Simon Ostheimer, the Managing Editor of the Phuket News, which is out right now, once again, in stores for 20 baht a copy. Now, what's happening? We've got jet skis on the front cover again, Simon.
As the headline kind of indicates, better or worse, we've had two conflicting opinions on the state of jet ski operators on the island. On one side, you have the governor and the operators themselves who have said things are improving, we're regulating ourselves, it's much safer for tourists, and a lot of the past problems have now been dealt with. And then on the flip side of that, we spoke with the Australian Honorary Consul, Larry Cunningham, and also Martin Carpenter, the British Honorary Consul. And they have a very different take on things.
Right. So they're saying like nothing's changed.
They're saying that maybe there are some improvements, but they're still hearing reports about tourists basically getting ripped off, and the same old scam about, you know, you've damaged the jet ski, now you have to pay.
Yeah, right. So that's still happening.
Yeah, they say so.
Are they still registered? They've had to register so many companies this week. So are there some jet skis that are illegally operating still?
For that, we're not sure. But I think the main issue is just the way that the tourists are being treated. So obviously, it was a big problem that tourists were reporting these. It was getting into the international press, and then they promised, right, we're going to address this, we're going to tackle it. So you say, as I say, on one side you have them saying, yes, we have done it,
and they've standardised
the other side saying,
rates.
well, no, because we're still hearing these reports of problems.
Right. Okay. And as we flick through some other stories this week, some highlights. We're talking about a German man, Peter Helmuth. He was kicked off his bike this week.
Yeah, in Nai Han. It's not the first time this has happened. He was driving back home late at night, it must be said, but by himself in a quiet part of Nai Han, went past a bunch of youths on bikes, and basically they eventually ended up kicking him off the bike, and I think he lost some of his belongings.
Right, okay.
He said it was unprovoked, but we've heard this story before, and there does seem to be a problem in that area of late night attacks on single individuals, riding their motorbikes home. So it's really just another warning to people to be very careful, and if you are going to drive home late, just do a well-lit road, do the well-travelled road, don't take shortcuts or back roads.
Yeah, right, and this happened at about 2 a.m. in the morning, wasn't it? Right, okay, and some more stories. We got road rage. This one we put on Live 89.5 this week. Again, a road raging story that's led to a shooting.
Yep.
And the incident, a lot of witnesses say they don't know what actually happened. Why?
To lead to that. Yeah. Well, we were talking about this just before the show. It's another reminder that you had to be very careful on Phuket roads. It's not the same as wherever you come from. I mean, this is directed at the expatriate residents of the island. Incidents of road rage are very common. There are guns here, and people are quite quick to draw upon them. So if you are involved in any incident, or someone cuts you off, or you think you've been slighted, on the road, just let it go. Don't raise an issue, because even just in the couple of years that I've been here, you've heard of a lot of incidents like this where there have been shootings, and not necessarily Thai, foreign, just generally anybody on the island. So don't let them provoke you, and don't react.
And in the heat of the moment, they're going to reach for something, I guess.
Yeah.
You're beeping your horn.
Yeah, and the people that have lived here longer, I think, are more aware of these issues, but it's the tourists who don't. Right. They don't know, they don't expect it. They just kind of react instinctively, and then something like this can happen.
That's all. But he recovered, didn't he?
He's recovering. Yeah.
Okay, and more stories on page 6.
Well, the other one, the last one there, was the Chinese tax at the airport.
Page 6.
And that was Chinese arrivals in Phuket were being charged 200 baht, or 200 baht equivalent per person upon arrival. Now the thing is, that tax does not exist. There is no
I didn't know that there was a tax.
No, there is no such arrival tax, but these Chinese, they're unaware of that. They don't speak English, a lot of them. They're here on package tours. And so they'd be duped into paying it. But then enough of them went to complain to the Chinese consul based in Songkhla. He brought it to our attention. We went to the authorities, and now that's actually been stopped completely, and they put up signs to say there is no tax. You don't have to pay.
So, and that's because they were either in Thai or English, the visa.
No, I mean, it's just the Chinese had no way of communicating. They arrived at the immigration counter, can't speak Thai, can't speak English, so they just present their documents. They're told 200 baht, they just pay it.
Right.
But anyway, that's been put a stop to, which is good news.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. And so we've also got Life in here.
Yeah.
Which you've pulled out already.
I have. Preparation. The cover story this week
is quite rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice story, and we want to sort of unearth more of these kind of things. It's to do with a tuk-tuk golf society.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, and they play in Surin. There's a little course there.
Yeah.
And basically went out to meet with them and just find out, why did they start? Why do they enjoy golf? And really just kind of get a chance to see the tuk-tuk drivers outside of their vehicles.
And in the paper for the right reasons.
Yeah. I mean, often they're in the paper for negative instances. And this is a chance to sort of meet the actual real people behind it. They're not this faceless menace or one sort of big monolith of mafia, as people might have it. These are regular guys who go about making a job. Whether you agree with their methods or not is a different matter. But a really nice sort of personal story.
And that's in this week's Life. And you've got pictures of them playing golf, giving us the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Being on their weekends. So moving on into the Life magazine, we've got page 6. Now this is a new feature, isn't it, for the kids?
Yeah, we've been running this for a couple of weeks now. It's basically a new 2-page kids section. On the left page there you have Let's Play, which is written by a local expat mum, Yvonne. And every single week she provides like a new activity for the kids to do. So great for a rainy day or if they're bored. And this instance this week is about painting with marbles. So it's got everything you need to know about how to do that activity. And then we've combined that with a colouring page, which if you enjoy this activity, we do actually have this colouring book for sale, 149 baht. And it's got 22 sort of scenes from across Phuket. So it's a great little souvenir.
That's quite cute.
And something for the kids to do.
Right. And we've also got dining. There's obviously the dining guide of where to go to for your Sunday brunches and roasts and stuff like that, but we're biting into Zana's famous burgers this week.
Yeah. This is
it looks very good.
The no rules burger they're calling it. So basically
that sounds dangerous.
Anything goes. But it's top quality ingredients. But we spoke with the chef there to find out reasoning behind the burger and exactly what you can get made there.
So what is the reason behind this no limited burger?
Well, it's just make it stand apart from other burger offerings on the island.
Right.
So it's kind of, I guess, a bit of a novelty to be able to just, get your burger and then order anything to go into it.
Right, and it's 490 baht.
Yeah.
No rules burger.
Yeah.
Right, so it looks tasty. It might be somewhere nice for you to go on the weekend. Okay, so that's part of the Life magazine, which is in the Phuket News once again this week. We can get for 20 baht a copy at all good stores and outlets. Thank you, Managing Editor Simon Ostheimer, once again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you next time.